Sunday and welcome back to my channel. I hope that everyone had a really amazing holiday season. I'm super excited to be back after my week off. We have a lot of really fun projects coming up in the new year. I'm so excited to start getting into them. Today we're going to be doing a little makeover in our backyard space. So we've worked with this space a little bit in the past, but it just kind of needs an update. There are some things that need to be fixed and repaired. The furniture out there is furniture that was left here when we purchased the house, and it's worked for us for a while, but it's just kind of a little bit worn. It has some pieces that are kind of falling apart, and it's time to just update it and give the space a fresh new look for the new year. In today's video, we're going to be changing the furniture out. We have new furniture. I'm so excited about the furniture. It's so beautiful, and it's a completely different look from what we have out there. If you're interested in seeing our backyard update, the transformation that the space is going to have, then make sure to like and subscribe to the channel so that you can see more of my videos. I put out new videos every Sunday. We're going to go ahead and head outside and start making over the backyard. Alright, so we got our old table and chairs moved out. We put them out to the curb so that hopefully somebody else will pick them up and give them a new life and be able to use them so that they don't just go to waste. Usually in our neighborhood, someone will grab them when we put things out to the curb, so that's really nice. And I pulled some of our boxes of furniture that we're going to assemble over here. And I want to start our makeover process by putting together the furniture that's going to go out here where the old table and chairs were. For this space, what I want to do is put a couple of seating options. We're going to have a little cafe, like bistro table, and some chairs. They're teak, they're really beautiful. I'll link everything below for you guys. We will also be putting in a swing hammock from Suncreat, which is a really beautiful cream color. I think it'll go really nicely with the space and let the greenery and the garden really kind of be the focal point while still adding a really pretty neutral element. It also will be just a really comfortable, cozy chair to be able to sit in, to read, have a drink, or watch a movie. Suncreat is partnering with me on this video. They gifted me that chair. I have never used the brand before, so we'll be experiencing it together for the first time and seeing how it fits into our space. Let's go ahead and start by assembling all of our chairs, and then we put the table together. Alright, so we're going to start by putting together the teak chairs. We'll go ahead and unbox this and see. I haven't looked at it yet. It is quite heavy, which is promising because I think that's going to mean that they're really sturdy and good quality and will hold up well out here. And teak also does really well in the elements with water and sun. It'll kind of patina over time, which is really pretty, and it gives it like a silvery color. So it's only going to get prettier with age, which is a really great quality of teak. I have it open. I have our directions, and it's saying that we are only going to need an Allen key. So we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna get all the pieces out and then we can start assembling. Alright, so I have all of our pieces out. The directions seem a little bit vague and simple, but we'll figure it out. It's hopefully pretty straightforward. It's only a couple pieces. Something that I do really like is that they separate the screws and everything that you're gonna need for each of the chairs so that you don't have to sort them. They're already just pre-sorted for you, which is really convenient. And I've not actually seen someone do that before, so that's nice. It's looking like we're gonna start with the back piece and assemble it to the legs and then go from there. So I'm going to move the seat off to the side. I'm building it on top of this box so that we don't scratch it up, and then it's also raised up a little bit higher so it's easier for me to work with. They say that you need 2 people to do this, but Matt's working and I don't want to wait, so I'm going to do it on my own, and then we'll see if that's really true or not. This is what it should look like. I did it wrong before, and so we're gonna go ahead and put the screws in the top so that it stays together. So this side is ready to go. We're gonna flip it over and do the exact same thing. Okay, so I got it all together and I went ahead and placed the seat in. And so now all we have to do is put 4 screws into the bottom to hold the seat down, and then we should be good to go. And we'll be able to do the exact same thing for the other chair. All right, the moment of truth. This is super comfy, actually. I really love this color too. I think it's gonna look really nice out here and just go really well with our umbrella color and also the Suncreat hammock color. So I'm really excited to see them all together. Okay, so now that we've put together our two teak chairs, let's go ahead and put together our Suncreat chair. And this is a swing chair. It's a hammock style chair. I got it in a neutral color. I have this cream color right here, and typically I would stray away from creams outside because they do get dirty, but the material that they use is going to be more resistant to dirt and fading. So I actually went with the cream color because if it does get fading over time from the sun, you won't notice it as much, as opposed to like if you get a really vibrant color, you might see the fading a little bit more and a little bit sooner. Suncreat is an outdoor brand and they have some really beautiful outdoor accessories. In looking through their website, they have some gorgeous hammocks. They had a beautiful wooden hammock stand that would be such a nice piece if you have a larger backyard. For our space, we have a small courtyard, and so it would be a little bit too big for our backyard, but if you have the space for it, it's so pretty. I'll put a picture of it on the screen. And they sell from their website and Amazon, which is really convenient. They also have swing chairs like this, smaller hammock stands, fire pits, and their fire pits are so pretty. They have really cool designs and different styles and colors. They had one with a star pattern on it that I love, and those are always a great thing to have for the winter time. Definitely if you are looking for any outdoor accessories, that is something that I would definitely check out. If you're interested, I do have a discount code. I'll go ahead and put it on the screen for you, and I will also link it in the description box as well as the link to their website if you want to check them out. They use really good materials when making their products, which is something that I look for living in Florida because we do have a harsher climate. There's really intense sunlight, a lot of rain, hurricanes, things that we put outside are exposed to a lot. They have to really kind of hold up and stand the test of time. So I'm really excited to put this together. I've had hammocks in the past that just don't hold up as well, so I think this is going to last really nicely and look really beautiful out here. And I love a cozy chair to like read a book out here or watch a movie. We love to put up a projector screen and watch movies out here, so I'm super excited to have a comfy chair to sit in. So let's go ahead and put it together. This is how it ships. It comes really nicely packaged, just has a couple of steps that you follow. It looks pretty simple. You're just kind of putting the poles together. We're gonna go ahead and build this, and I'm actually gonna see how long it takes me to put this together so that you have an idea of how difficult this is and if it's something that you could do on your own or if you need another person. Okay, so the swing chair is all done and put together, and that took me 8 minutes to do, and that includes all of the things that I do for filming while doing this. So I would say probably 5 minutes if you take out the time that I was like moving cameras and stuff like that. Very quick, very easy. I did not need any help. This is definitely a one-person job. It's so pretty. I love the look of it. I love the curve. I think that's like a very delicate, soft look. Really just adds to the look of our backyard, and it doesn't pull focus too much. It just fits in, if that makes sense. The moment of truth, we're gonna go ahead and test it and see how it holds up and how comfortable it is. Oh, this is super cozy. Yeah, I really like this. This definitely scoops around you like really comfortably. This is so cozy. This material is really soft, but like an outdoor material. It's not scratchy. A lot of outdoor materials can be rough. I also really like that I can put my legs in and sit crisscross. It pulls up past your head, so it supports your neck and you don't have to be straining your head while you're sitting here, which makes it even more comfortable. I could definitely see myself taking a nap in this chair. It would be so easy to fall asleep with a blanket on a cool day. It also has a pocket right here, which I really love. And then what I'll do is when we're not outside, I'll bring in the cushions for the chairs and the swing chair seat just to keep them cleaner. I won't have to wipe everything down every time when I come out. and it'll help them to last longer. So that's something that I just like to do with outdoor furniture that isn't covered. But let's go ahead and put this into position so that we can see it outside. Okay, so now that we have all of our chairs built, we're going to go ahead and put the table together and our umbrella. And that's the last two things that we need to build. And then we're going to do a little bit of fixing up of some paint that needs to be refreshed. I need to try to fix a doorknob that's going to our garage. And then also I'm hoping to replace the motor in our fountain out here because it did burn out. We have one that I can swap it out for. I just have to find it. It's somewhere in the garage. And I swear, I see that motor all the time, but every time that I go to fix the fountain, I can't find it. I'm gonna search the garage and try to find it, but first we're gonna put together the last bit of our furniture. Alright, so I moved inside because it got dark outside. It gets dark so early now with daylight savings, so we're gonna put the table together inside. I think it'll be really quick and simple. It's only a couple of parts, so I'm just going to put the screws in and then it'll be ready to go. Our table is all done. That was really easy to put together. It only took a couple of minutes. So let's flip it over and check it out. I love this. It's so cute. It's simple. It's going to take up a lot less space in our backyard so we can have more variety in our seating, but still have a table and a place that we could have breakfast or have a drink or sit out there and edit, whatever it is. But we'll also have the umbrella and our cozy hammock chair. I think this is going to be so nice. It's going to give us a lot more options, give a really pretty look to the backyard. Tomorrow, when it's daylight again, we will go ahead and put our table out and we'll be able to build our umbrella. Alright, so the last piece of furniture that we need to put together is our umbrella. I'm super excited to add this to our backyard because we do have like a good amount of shading with the trees and the way that they're shaped out here. It does get really hot here, and so having an umbrella just makes it easier for us to be able to use this space and sit out here more often, especially because I'm someone that is quite fair-skinned, so I will burn very easily if I'm sitting out in the direct sunlight, so this is super helpful. This one is really nice. It's 9 feet tall. It has a weighted base. You're able to move the umbrella to angle it and all that kind of good stuff. And it's also a really pretty color. But the cost of this whole umbrella with the base was the cost of just some bases at stores. So I'm really happy with finding this one on sale, and hopefully it'll be a really nice one. So let's go ahead and open it and set this umbrella up. All right, so I got the umbrella out. I want to keep the color of it a surprise until we put it up so that you can see it whole picture. If you are someone who's been a subscriber for a little while and you know me and my decor style, I'm willing to bet you could guess the color that I chose. If you do guess the color that I chose before seeing it, then leave a comment and let me know, because I would love to know who was able to guess what color I would choose. Let's go ahead and put it together. This should be really simple. It's just a couple of poles. We have our base. The base you could fill with water or sand. I'm going to fill it with water because I don't have sand. It does say to only do that if you live somewhere that's warm, because obviously otherwise it could freeze. We don't have that problem here, so I'm going to fill it with water. Okay, so it comes with a couple of pieces of hardware, not much. It's mostly going to be just like popping the poles together. And we'll push it in like that. These little twisty guys will go in here. I'm not going to put them in that much yet because they're probably going to tighten the pole when we put it in, so I don't think they're doing much right now. Oh, there we go. Okay, I had to push it down all the way. So now we can put the little plate on, and then we'll use our little Allen key to tighten it. Okay, I don't know why that was so confusing for me, but there's like 3 layers to this little cap in here, and you take that one out and then it fits. So now we have it, and I'm just gonna tighten these little bolts and then we can put the top on. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and fill the base with water. Sorry about the leaf blower. My neighbors are doing construction and it's just like not stopping. So let's go ahead and fill this base so we can put the top on. Alright, in a shocking twist, I went for a green umbrella. I think it's so pretty. I love this color green. It's gonna look really nice out here with all the other greenery and really just stick with colors of nature. Fit in really nicely. I don't like when you have like a stark contrast in colors when things are out in nature. I like for it to all be cohesive and blend really nicely. I think this and our Suncreat hammock chair and the teak table are just really beautiful complements to our garden and our courtyard. it is. I think it's so beautiful. I really love the colors and just the way that it fits into our space. And I just feel like this is such a beautiful update to our space and just gives it a new life and refreshes it, and it makes it somewhere that we're going to want to spend more time in, because the previous furniture wasn't super inviting anymore. It was worn and just not that pretty to sit in or look at. So I'm loving the way that this looks. I think it's so beautiful. I'm really excited to see the finished look with the little fixes that we're going to do and cleaning up the yard. It's already a huge step in the right direction. Super, super happy with how it's turning out. Okay, so the next thing that we need to fix is this doorknob. I'm hoping that we'll be able to fix it by just swapping out this thing and then the plate in the door frame. As you can see, we had a very professional fix of electrical taping it, but it's not like pulling this part in when you twist the handle. So I'm gonna start by taking out this little plate inside of here and replacing it and see if that works, and then we can go from there. Works. Okay, so the last thing that we're going to do tonight before stopping, and we'll come back tomorrow, is painting this door. We got the doorknob fixed. It was a little bit of trial and error because it is a old doorknob, so it didn't have like the screws on the outside like new doorknobs do. But I figured out you have to like pull it. It's a whole process, but it's working. The key works with it. Everything is good. So we're going to paint the door. I do need to replace some of this trim around the door. I don't have that exact kind of wood right now. I need to go to the hardware store and get it. So in the meantime, I'm going to just paint what is there, and then we can worry about replacing those pieces that are rotting a little bit later on when I have a chance to go to the hardware store. This door is pretty weathered. It has paint worn down. It's quite dirty. So it just needs a fresh coat of paint. We're going to be painting this door, the French doors lining the back of the house, and we also need to strip and paint the dark green portion above the garage. So we'll be doing all of that, and then we should pretty much be at a point where our backyard makeover is ready to go. If I'm able to find the motor for the fountain, we'll also do that. If not, you'll see that in a future video. Something else that I want to do in a future video is make DIY covers for the table and chairs that we put out here, the teak ones, so that we can keep them protected. And I have an idea for that already, so we'll do that in a video soon so that you can see how to do it yourself. This is the part that I need to replace, but it's like a special kind of trim. Grab that in the future and just cut it here, and then we can replace it and patch, and you won't even know. In the meantime, I'll just paint it so that we have like a cohesive palette. Now that we have the garage door painted, I want to go ahead and fix a couple more things. The next one that I want to do is to repair the top of the garage right here. So if you can see, it's kind of like peeling right there. It got some moisture underneath it a while back and it created a bubble. Once that happens, it'll start to peel unless you fix it. So I want to sand that paint off and give it a clean slate, and then we can repaint that and put a new light up because these lights have died. So we have a new light that's a sensor that we can put up there. So that's what we're going to be doing next. I actually got a new sander for Christmas. I'm super excited about. It's a battery one, so it'll be a lot easier for me to use. We're just going to go ahead and sand it all off, and then we'll paint. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and let the paint on the garage dry, and then we'll do a second coat and hang the sensor light. While it's drying, we have one last thing that we need to paint, which is the French doors here. As you can see, they have really faded and the paint has just worn away over time. So we are gonna give this a fresh coat of white paint, the same white that we used on the garage door, and then we'll be ready to put our light up and see the final look.
If I show up, will you show me around town? If I make you laugh, will you give me some time? 'Cause I know that a girl like you could be falling in love with just about anyone. All I want is just to know it's just to hang around, walk on the same ground. You remind me of the days gone by, all the real good love turned up just in time. And if I show up, will you show me around town? Will you show me around town? If I make you laugh, will you give me some time? 'Cause I know that a girl like you could be falling in love with just about anyone. Oh, do, 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 do. Oh.
Alright guys, well that wraps up this week's video. I hope that you enjoyed seeing my backyard makeover. I'm so happy with how it turned out. I think the new look is just really beautiful. It's very clean and fits in with the natural elements that we have in our garden. We have a lot of greenery and plants and trees, and so I really love that it's super cohesive and just looks seamless. And it's also just super cozy, which I personally really love. I want my spaces to feel cozy, and I definitely think we accomplished that here. So hopefully that gave you some inspiration or motivation to do something like this to your own space, or you just enjoyed watching the video and going through this makeover with me. And a big thank you to Suncreat for partnering with me and giving us this beautiful hammock chair. It's definitely going to get a ton of use and it fits in perfectly in our backyard. Don't forget, if you're interested in getting any backyard accessories, to check out Suncreat. I have the discount link in the description box, and if you click it you will get 15% off. Definitely worth a look as we move into the spring and summer months. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe so you can see more of my videos. I put out new videos every single Sunday. We would love to have you be a part of our DIY community and start off the new year with us. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next Sunday.